Beneath the frozen waves of the Arctic, a legendary dynasty rules the dark abyss.
Meet the Matriarch, a highly intelligent leader with over 6 years of survival experience. She carries the collective wisdom of her entire bloodline. This is not just a group of hunters, but a deeply bonded, lifelong family. Their survival relies entirely on flawless teamwork and unbreakable loyalty. Her brain is one of the most complex in the entire animal kingdom. She knows exactly where to find food and how to execute brilliant tactical strikes. They share a complex language of clicks and whistles that can travel for miles underwater. The hunt has been officially coordinated. Leaving the safety of the surface, they plunge into the dark abyss. Down here, stealth and strategy are their greatest weapons. Their target is another legendary killer, the great white shark. But against an organized pod of orcas, even the shark becomes prey.
The pod employs brilliant flanking maneuvers, trapping the shark in a deadly underwater cage. There is absolutely no route of escape.
A targeted, high-speed ramming strike to the shark's gills causes immediate shock. The sheer blunt force trauma is completely devastating. By flipping the shark upside down, she induces a paralyzing trance known as tonic immobility. The pod surgically extracts the shark's liver, the most nutrient-dense organ, and shares it equally among the family. This coordinates. With the hunt concluded, the dynasty embarks on a relentless migration across the freezing expanse. To survive in the Arctic, the pod must navigate a deadly and constantly shifting labyrinth of ancient ice. A lone seal resting on a floating chunk of ice appears to be completely out of reach. However, for this highly mix, by swimming in perfect synchronization, the pod generates a powerful artificial wave designed to wash over the ice. A calculated wave shatters the seal's sanctuary, washing it helplessly into the freezing depths below. The trap is sprung with absolutely flawless precision. Once in the water, the harp seal is completely outmatched by the speed and agility of the colossal whales. The pod closes in, Turks. The matriarch does not end the hunt immediately, choosing instead to use the live prey to teach her young calf. Pretens. After a successful lesson and meal, the pod erupts in a joyful display of acoustic communication. Even in sleep, the pod must keep moving to breathe, shutting down only one half of their highly evolved brains. A new dawn breaks across the freezing expanse, bringing with it a ravenous hunger. Today, weighing over 100 tons, the blue whale is the largest animal to ever exist on Earth. To attack such a cult, weighing over 100 tons, the blue whale is the largest animal to ever exist on Earth. To attack sections. Operating like a pack of wolves, the pod surrounds the giant and cuts off any route to deeper, safer waters. They do not aim for a quick kill, but rather a slow, agonizing exhaustion. By constantly harassing the giant's tint, using their sheer body weight, the orcas leap onto the whale's blowhole to actively prevent it from taking a breath. After hours of relentless pursuit, the colossal heart of the Leviathan finally gives out. The fallen giant provides a monumental feast of highly nutritious blubber that will sustain the entire family for many weeks. The scent of the feast attracts dozens of dangerous sharks from miles around, yet not a single one dares to approach her. With their survival secured, the dynasty enters a state of deep, synchronized rest. As their endless journey leads them to the rugged shores of South America, the pod prepares for an entirely different kind of hunt.
Intentionally launching 6 tons of muscle onto dry land is a deadly gamble that can easily result in fatal beaching.
Catching the receding wave, she effortlessly slides backward into the safety of the deep sea with her prize intact. Far out in the open ocean, the pod encounters a fortress of living giants, a pod of deep-diving sperm whales.
A single strike from a sperm whale's colossal tail that can shatter their bones and inflict fatal internal injuries.
Realizing the surface defense is unbreakable, the pod changes tactics and launches a coordinated assault from the abyss below.
The relentless psychological and physical pressure finally shatters the defensive circle, isolating a vulnerable young giant.
Without inflicting unnecessary injuries, The hunters gently but firmly steer the young whale further away from its mother. Entering the sheltered fjords of Norway, the pod seeks refuge from the open sea's unpredictable winter storms. Powerful naval sonar blasts flood the underwater realm with deafening acoustic noise. The ocean erupts into joy as members from different clans breach side by side in the air. These magnificent leaps reinforce
Dopplers. Displaying remarkable cognitive abilities, young orcas often invent mischievous games to pass the time.
As the tropical season draws to a close, the superpod of humpback whales bids farewell, splitting into individual family units. Navigating to the bottom of the world, the family of southern right whales arrives at the majestic ice walls of Antarctica. Here, in the absolute darkness of the abyss, bioluminescent creatures illuminate their path like underwater stars. Decades of constant hunting, fierce battles, and endless migrations have taken a toll on the matriarch. She is a subtle shift occurs within the family hierarchy. The matriarch's eldest daughter begins to take the lead, preparing
Timbers. Nature unleashes its full, terrifying fury as a violent Antarctic blizzard slams into the ocean.
bullets. As the storm dissipates, the polar sun returns to warm the ocean. The family emerges unscathed. Watching from a distance, the old matriarch radiates quiet pride. Her life's vital mission, to pass down the knowledge of survival.
As the golden sun dips toward the horizon, the dynasty glides through waters painted in.
Under a canopy of 1,000,000 stars, the pod glides quietly into the deep blue night. The matriarch's story reaches its horizon, but the dynasty's journey never truly ends.